Are you active military or a veteran who plans to use your VA loan benefits to buy a home? Or are you a seller who's received an offer from a VA buyer and you're hesitating slightly to accept that offer? Well, you're in luck. Today I have information benefiting both sides of the transaction, so you're going to want to stick around. Hi there. I'm Kari Davis with Kari Sells the City in Keller Williams. Part of my job as a real estate broker is to ensure that my clients are empowered with as much information as possible to help them along their journey. I want to ensure that you have the tips that you need and understand the home buying and the home selling process so you will successfully get to your end goal. Please be sure to check back to my channel every Wednesday where I have tips about real estate as well as the beautiful Pacific Northwest. Today we are focusing on VA home loans and tips for both the buyer and the seller that might be part of this process. Number 1, closing costs. There's a myth that a seller must pay the closing costs for a VA buyer, and that just simply is not true. The lender or the seller or the veteran themselves can pay closing costs on that loan. A good lender is going to step in and pay for the closing costs for the borrower if in fact the seller is unwilling to contribute or if the veteran does not have funds of their own. Closing costs on a VA loan are just the same as an FHA or a conventional loan. Number 2, seller concessions for a VA borrower. Did you know that those seller concessions can go towards anything for a VA borrower, like gifts and bills? For example, let's say I was able to negotiate $12,000 in closing costs and seller concessions for my buyer, and closing costs only came up to $8,000. Well, that additional $4,000 that is left over can be used to buy down the rate, or it can be used for appliances or credit card bills or to pay off any debt that the borrower may have. We would just have to coordinate with the lender and escrow and provide receipts for everything that we were wrapping into the seller's concessions. Number 3, the 0% down home loan program for veterans has more flexible underwriting guidelines than FHA or conventional programs. So don't make the mistake as a seller that the 0% down home loan program isn't a good loan. And of course, sellers want to see as much down as possible from a buyer. However, with guidelines being more flexible with the 0% down program, you're going to run into less issues at underwriting. Also, the debt to income ratio with the 0% down loan program is higher as well. Having more flexibility means less likelihood of the deal falling apart due to debts incurred by the borrower or change of employment, for example. Number 4, as with all government loans, when a married couple is seeking approval, both spouses' debt must be included when they are getting approved. However, with a VA loan, if one spouse has great credit but not great income, and the other is opposite, they can use the borrower with the better credit score to qualify for the loan, but also use the income of the other spouse to help set off that debt, in turn potentially qualifying for a better home, and only having the person that's most qualified for the loan on the loan. Tip number 5, did you know that you can use your VA loan benefit for more than one purchase of a home at one time, depending on the purchase price? Currently, the loan limit for VA loans in Pierce and King County here in Washington is $647,200. Therefore, you could have one loan for $300,000 and another loan for $347,200. Now, if you happen to find another home that you'd like to purchase above that loan limit, just to know that you're going to have to bring 25% of the difference to the closing table at closing. So, depending on the purchase price, it may be better just to go ahead with a conventional loan. Number 6, the VA loan funding fee. Now, there's a VA loan funding fee on all VA loans, and currently it's 2.3%. And that is an amount that is built into the loan that essentially is insurance on the loan just in case the borrower defaults. However, if you have been injured and you have a disability of over 10%, that VA loan funding fee is waived for that borrower. If you're a veteran or active military, you really should look into using your VA benefits to purchase a home. I have a list of Mythbusters that I've created just below with the lender I work with. Click that link, it'll take you to it. Please be sure to check back with me again next Wednesday and hit that subscribe button if you found that these videos were helpful.